I was raised around gorillas that listen to killers. Fuck a friend, I'm my own friend, nobody realize. I'm just kidding.
What it do? If you're coming back from the channel trailer, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching it. Shout out to some of my friends who've been who subscribed early to my channel. I really appreciate it. Shout out to that one person who liked it. I think it was one of my friends too. So yeah, shout out to you guys. But today, I don't have like a witty name for this, but just it's kind of like me just shooting shit about a topic I've seen on social media lately. So one of the things I've been seeing is this, like, T.I. is y'all know rapper T.I. He has a daughter. Her name's Deja, I believe. Deja. And he said on like a radio interview that he basically like takes her to a gynecologist every year to see if her hymen's still intact, to like prove that she's a virgin. As I can't lie, when I heard about it the first time, I didn't even really know what a hymen, was. But then as I looking through, like reading more about it, it just seemed very odd and kind of funny to me. But it's a good debate nonetheless. It's a good topic to talk about nonetheless. So that's why I'm kind of talking about it today. The gameplay in the background is, I believe, if I'm doing this correctly, it is NBA 2K19. I've been running with this like FIBA My League, so it's pretty fun. But anyways, personally, I think like the whole what I believe is that T.I. is kind of in the wrong a bit here with how he's handling his daughter's like sexual like life. Because for one, after reading, I believe that the hymen is not even like, it's not even like a good indicator if you're like, if the woman's a virgin or not. Like, your hymen can be stretched or pulled or whatever it is, doing any sort of activities, like, or quite a few of them. And some women even have sex and they still have an intact hymen. So like, and even when the gynecologist told T.I. about this, it seemed like he didn't really want to hear all that. But yeah, that was just pretty damn weird. And like, I understand his concerns and his worries about his daughter's sex life, because like, I feel like every man is in this situation with if they have a little girl or have a daughter, and in their eyes nobody's good enough for your little girl. Like, I think every guy's like that. But T.I.'s daughter is like 18 if I'm correct, and she's also really attractive. If she's like a lot of teenage girls or just teenagers in general, like, she's been curious about sex, she probably watched porn, or that could probably not be a case either. And not to sound like washed, but pleasured herself. I sound so fucking stupid, but it just kind of seems like a short-sighted way of thinking about on how to micromanage his daughter like still being a virgin for as long as humanly possible. Like, I'll admit, I didn't really watch the whole interview, but I don't know if he speaks to his daughter about safe sex and how healthy relationships, because sex is a good thing, but can be used wrong, and it's parents' obligations to be able to have those open dialogues with their children and be supportive, but also affirmative in how to navigate sex. But it's not easy. There's no way in hell it's not easy. Like, no parent wants to talk about sex with their kids, and no kid wants to talk about sex with their parents. It's just always an awkward situation. Like, I remember back when I was like, I think I was 9, and my brother, I was watching Wizards of the Waverly Place. My brother calls me into the living room and he asked me if I knew what sex was, like, very randomly. And I deadass thought, like, at 9 years, like sex was just like kissing under kissing under pillow sheets or some shit, like bed sheets or some shit like that. And then he just explains it dead on the spot. I went back to my room and I was still confused about it. Now I'm just confused watching Wizards of the Waverly Place now. But what's so funny, one of the things is that parents do is just basically just try to tell their kids not even to think about it. Like, I'll be real, like, I didn't learn about sex from my parents or from school. I don't think in school I really listened too much. when it came to when it came to sex ed classes, because in my school, like, sex ed was like, it was also a part of sex ed was also part of the, what is that class called? It was part of gym class. So it was just like a month or two into the semester talking about it. But like, I remember, like, I think I learned about sex from porn, to be honest. Like, I think I learned from sex, like, porn. I learned sex, like, from porn, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. We tend to like my mom would and dad would try never to like talk about the topic with me, even like now. And you know what's so crazy, especially with girls, like, they try to like not even mention the topic of sex. Because I remember doing an assignment back in college, and it was this young teen. It was about IG stars who are also super young, who have IG fame, like these super young teenagers who have IG fame. I think it was about Danielle Cohn, but I could be mistaken. But the writer was talking about like the girl's outfit and how it can be deemed overly sexual, and that at the age, like, her body is changing in front of a large following and a large audience. But the most important line was that girls in that age group are pushed to ignore any idea of or any curiosity about sex, and are shamed if they explore that like curiosity, and that they have to like just not think about it, like just simply not think about it, and basically ignore that their body can be looked at in a sexual way by boys in her age group or men that are older, while boys in the age group are very encouraged to explore and even practice their thoughts on sex with little backlash to it. I believe T.I. is in that stance. He isn't like really educating her on sex, but policing how she should view sex, and which is more short-sighted, if anything. And what about and I want to know, like, what about his son? Because I know he has a son. Like, is he the same way? Or is he kind of like in the stance of he doesn't really care? Or not saying he doesn't care, but like, he isn't as pushy on it. Because he probably is okay with his son having sex, or like his son having sex early and piping out like something, who is the daughter of a man who has the same view set and mindset as T.I. And to be honest, right now, I've been seeing a whole lot of straw man arguments, like, all over social media. Like, oh, so T.I.'s a bad father and he's just being supportive and involved, and that's why so many girls are thought. He's like, shut the hell up, like, to be honest. Because for starters, no one's saying that he's a bad father, but he's definitely very ignorant on this part of being a parent. And personally, I think it's pretty cool that he's involved in his daughter's life in that way. But I feel like it's more for his benefit than his daughter's benefit, if you just ask me. Because I feel like it's not about his daughter not having sex because she wants to. Because it's okay if she's a virgin. Like, if she's a girl who wants to keep herself for one man until marriage, then that's cool. That is very honorable. I my best friend is like that. But she should be able to have her curiosities and her being able to explore about this part of her life, because it will be a big part of her life at some point. And the fact that this personal info is being published to the masses is kind of crazy, in my opinion. Like, that's even more damaging, because that was just embarrassing. That's why you see her liking her father's, liking tweets, criticizing her father's practices, and turning off her social media, her Instagram comments. It's pretty crazy. I get it from T.I. stance, because T.I. is a rapper, and he's probably has hooked up with lots of groupies, lots of hoes, probably still does, because there's always been rumors of him cheating on his wife. And I get it, because he's probably seen it all before, and he doesn't want that for his daughter. Technically, you could argue that T.I. is a hoe himself. I think T.I. is not crazy in his thinking that, he wants his daughter not to have sex at this age. He's not crazy to think about it. Many people are like that. But how he's going about it, in my opinion, is wrong. It's kind of short-sighted. It's not really benefiting her. It's more benefiting him. and he's also like basically throwing the fears that he has and that he's built up onto his daughter and not really explaining it. And that's kind of like my whole stance on it. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments about this. I feel like it will be some interesting topics in there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and as always, take care of yourselves and have a good day. Thanks for coming by.